For the second day running, the much-anticipated national dialogue has failed to take place. This after most of the opposition leaders announced that they will not be taking part. Raila Odinga and his party ODM maintain that they will take part in the talks. Many feel that the ODM party is seeking to share in the spoils when President Ruto ultimately appoints his cabinet, with many ODM stalwarts said to be eyeing the high-profile positions. And amid protests, the party has now convened a parliamentary group meeting in which the burning question of cabinet slots and national dialogue are set to be discussed. As KTN's David Mudhoka reports, pressure is mounting for Raila and the ODM party to leave the negotiation path.
After President William Ruto dissolved his entire cabinet last Thursday, the process of constituting a new cabinet began in earnest. The broad-based process, as called by the head of state, is likely to birth a government of national unity comprising of officials in the current government, leaders from the opposition ODM party, and other stakeholders. ODM's likely involvement in the formation of a new government comes after weeks of protests by thousands of Gen Z demonstrators against the cabinet and other governance issues that late last week forced President Ruto to send every cabinet secretary apart from Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi packing. Several leaders have now accused the ODM party and Raila, who was not part of the demonstrations, of being an opportunist and taking advantage of the Gen Z demos to advance personal and party agendas.
The days when Raila could play games with us are over. We are not going to allow this thing that he is trying to do again. He wants to feed on the blood of the children of this country. He did his part, but it does not have to be that he only fights when he's out of government and he becomes part of every other government. He extended Moi's stay in power. He extended Kibaki's stay in power. He extended Uhuru's stay in power. Now he wants to extend Ruto's stay in power against the wishes of Kenyans. We have to call him out. He's just a mortal like all of us. We have given him respect, but we don't fear him.
Even leaders in the opposition Azimio coalition have also asked Raila to deal the negotiations a wide berth, as working with the president will be a grave political mistake.
Bila kuwa na nia safi, hata mkifanya mazungumzo mara 20, dialogue 100 times, it will end up with nothing. Ndugu Raila,
Ruto is the one who is going to gain, because he'll be in power until 2027. Lakini Gen Z wametuonyesha kwamba with Gen Z we don't have to wait until 2027.
Mazungumzo yanapokuwako, tujue ya kwamba mazungumzo ni ya kumrudisha William Samoei Ruto kwa kiti, kwa sababu wa Kenya wamemkataa.
Other leaders who raised the red flag over the talks are NARC Kenya leader Martha Karua, who was Raila's running mate in the last presidential election, and DAPK leader Eugene Wamalwa.
Mr. Raila is just angling for his own stomach. He's not angling for anybody's stomach. He has not even demanded justice for the kids who died. How can he be rushing to go into government when kids have died, even some we don't know where they are, people have been abducted, we don't know where they are? Before going to negotiate with a criminal, why would he demand that the criminal comes clean on what has happened to this country?
It is now up to Raila to either heed to the calls from his allies or to turn a deaf ear towards them. Raila is not new to working with governments, having worked with late President Mwai Kibaki's government in a Nusu Mkate political arrangement from 2008 to 2013 and former President Uhuru Kenyatta's government from 2018 to 2022 through a handshake agreement. Should Raila enter into Ruto's government, it will just be a case of same script, different casts, apart from Raila. With pressure mounting on Raila to avoid working with President Ruto, his ODM party has on Wednesday called its members of parliament to a parliamentary group meeting to discuss the burning question of cabinet slots and agree on the way forward. David Mudhoka, KTN News, Nairobi.
There was shock